It is Monday, January 9th, 2023. The time is 4:30 p.m. This regular meeting of the Mesquite ISD Board of Trustees is called to order. A quorum is present and notice of the meeting has been posted for the time and manner required by law. At this time, the Board of Trustees will move into a closed meeting under authority of Texas Government Code Section 551.071 for consultation with the board's attorney and Section 551.074 personnel. No formal action will be taken in closed meeting. The time is now 6:30 p.m. It's Monday, January 9th, 2023, and the Board of Trustees from Mesquite ISD will now reconvene in open meeting. I'd like to welcome everyone to our meeting this evening. We're glad you're here. With us tonight, we have the pastor from First Presbyterian Church, Jones Doughton, that will lead our invocation, and then immediately thereafter, we have a group of students from Hodges Elementary that will lead our pledges of allegiance. So we invite you at this time, if you'd like to stand for our invocation and our pledges.
Let us pray. Almighty, gracious God, I give thanks for all gathered here tonight. I give thanks for those who serve to guide our children through the Mesquite ISD. I pray that this board will have a spirit of wisdom, understanding, counsel, and knowledge. Give them the gifts of courage and fortitude. Inspire them in their mission. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Amen.
Please stand and salute pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the text of pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Y'all feel free to introduce yourselves to us.
I'm Nathan Patino, and I'm in 5th grade from Hodges Elementary.
Hi, I'm Caleb Paulos. I'm in 5th grade, and I go to Hodges Elementary.
Hello, my name is Dante Johnson. I'm at Hodges in 5th grade.
I am Alejandro Perez, and I'm from Hodges Elementary in the 5th grade.
Hi, I'm Daniela Martinez, and I'm 5th grade and I go to Hodges Elementary.
Hi, I'm Skylar Keys and I go to Hodges Elementary and I'm in 5th grade.
Thank you very much for being here. Next item on our agenda is under the board moment. Do we have anyone here from the PTA? Okay.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm Emily Buchanan. I'm the president for the Council of PTAs. If you'd like to get involved in PTA, reach out to me. I will help you do that. Tonight, I'm reporting on our Founders Day banquet. We have a date set finally. It is March 3rd, 2023, from 6 to 8 p.m. Doors will open at 5 p.m. for the silent auction portion of our Founders Day banquet. It will be at Mesquite High School this year in the cafeteria, and the style of food is going to be Italiano. I don't know any more specifics than that. I do know we have one student from every school this year. I'm very proud of that. Something I had worked really hard when I was first VP, and our first VP this year was able to accomplish it. So super proud of her for being able to do that. Other than that, members, if you would like to become a member of your local PTA or any of the schools here in Mesquite, go to joinpta.org and sign up there. That is all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Do we have anything else on our board moment agenda? We'll move now to our student and staff guests. Ms. Joe?
We're going to begin tonight. Okay. We're going to begin tonight because January is always Board Recognition Month, and so we are going to pay special tribute to our volunteer board members who are here this evening and every month. So this year's theme is Forward Together, and we're very proud of the commitment our board members show to the students of our district. The board members were presented tonight with thank you cards and painted canvases written and designed by MISD students to fit the theme of this year. And they were also gifted personalized catch-all trays as a token of the district's gratitude for all that they do. I'd like to begin by inviting the MEA Executive Board forward. They have a few words that they would like to share with you.
Good evening. I would like to begin this evening by introducing the Mesquite Education Association Executive Board in attendance. Myself, Kim Davis, the President, Tamara Garcia, Vice President, Danny Beppel, Treasurer, Erica Tate, FR Chairperson, Past President Christy Hernandez, Diane Nix, Jerry Bonham, and Larry Rojas are also past presidents, and Brandy Tanner Adelhart, our administrative assistant. Since the beginning of the Mesquite Education Association in 1958, we have long valued its relationship with Mesquite ISD. Tonight, we would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to one of the hardest working group of volunteers in the community. We are blessed to have such a dedicated group of individuals who voluntarily give to fulfill their roles. This board has our highest regard. They are dedicated, trustworthy, and hardworking. They do their very best to honor the community needs and desires for our schools. They act as individuals in making decisions and honor those decisions once made as a group. Thank you very much. Your countless hours of work have greatly benefited the students of the entire Mesquite Independent School District. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to give you these custom cutting boards designed by ours truly, Danny Beppel, if you need her. We, the Mesquite Education Association, want to continue moving forward together with the school board this semester and many more to come. And if you would like to invite us over for a little cornhole and cutting board, we're ready. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce Zoe Brown, a senior from Mesquite High School. And she's going to address the board on behalf of Mesquite ISD's 38,000 students.
Good evening. My name is Zoe Brown, and I am a senior at the Mesquite High School.
I would firstly like to thank you for all giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of our 40,000 students that attend Mesquite ISD schools. I have spent all 4 of my house school years at Mesquite High School, and I cannot begin to express my gratitude for being given the opportunity to be a part of various student organizations, such as Girls Varsity Basketball, FCA, NHS, Emerging Leaders, PALS, Student Council, and Senior Leaders, which have all been possible because of the hard work and dedication you have put into building our schools. Being a part of these various groups have changed my life in more than one way. Being a part of the Emerging Leaders program run by Ms. Waters and Mr. Poole has brought me out of my comfort zone in many ways. The most recent event I have attended through Emerging Leaders was the Fall Social here at the Professional Development Center. This event was a district-wide celebration with our fellow Mesquite schools. At this event, I sat at a particular table with students from Vanguard High School. We were given the task of speaking with each other and relating our experiences we have had at our schools. It was inspiring for me to be able to hear about the many experiences and resources they have available to them at Vanguard. I have always been well-spoken, but speaking in front of people has always been a challenge for me. With Emerging Leaders, I have been put in positions where I have to speak in front of my fellow classmates, which is why I have the confidence to be able to stand here in front of you today. Having played basketball for Mesquite High School all 4 years, I have seen the impact of what it is like to be a part of such a great program run by head coach Kelsey Baker. When I first arrived at Mesquite High School, I was just a freshman, scared of what was to come. I did not attend a feeder school, so when arriving in Mesquite, I knew no one except for my twin sister, Corey. Being that I have played basketball since the 3rd grade, my family thought it would be in my best interest to join the basketball program. Joining the program, I had no idea what to expect, but I can now say it is one of the best decisions I have made in my 18 years of life. I was welcomed with open arms, and I'm happy to say they have become my second family. Through the program, I have not only learned what it is to be a great leader, but also just how important it is to be surrounded by like-minded people. I have learned so many life lessons, and I am so grateful I am able to wake up each day and practice and play in such a great facility with safe and quality equipment. Because of you all, I have been blessed with a great coaching staff and amazing teachers. They have all pushed me to limits I didn't know I could reach and have believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. They have put me in the best positions to be successful. So as I stand here today, I am delighted to say I have recently committed to Southwestern Christian College and will be furthering my education and basketball career. It has always been a dream of mine to play basketball at the next level, and because of you all, it has been made possible. I am not only passionate about basketball, but about children as well. One of the classes I am enrolled in is PALS. Through PALS, I have the opportunity to visit Black Elementary twice a week to teach a 2nd grade class with 2 of my fellow classmates. There is nothing better than seeing the smiles on the children's faces when they see us walk through the door. We are able to be a positive light, and sadly, for some of them, an escape from the hardships they may face at home. PALS by far has to be one of my favorite programs to be a part of, and I do not take the role I am given lightly. One of the many things I love about Mesquite ISD is you put your students in positions to be successful. You all make sure our school building is safe, and we all have a way of getting our work done by issuing every single student a Chromebook. I think it is very important to remember our vision of excellence always and our core values: people first, cultivating culture, continuous learning, and commitment to community. Your hard work and dedication helps our teachers and staff drive our vision and values. This gives all students like myself an opportunity to be successful. Thank you again for all that you do for our district and community.
I think I speak on behalf of my fellow board members that we're humbled and honored to serve, and because of students like you and the 38,000 other students in this community. That's a real blessing for each of us to be able to serve the students of this school district. And I would also like to add, I was visiting with Larry Rojas when he delivered the cutting board, but the Mesquite Education Association, we value your relationship with our district so much and all the things that each of you have contributed to this district has never gone unnoticed. So thank you very much for all that you do as well.
All right, well, moving on, we're going to recognize a couple of our outstanding teachers this evening. First, I'd like to announce Keturah Traylor from Tysinger Elementary School. She's a third grade teacher. We have a brief video to show you about her. She is one of our Apple Corps inductees this month.
Principal's Award is presented to the student whose artwork speaks to their campus's principal. Each year, the art teachers on every MISD campus curate a gallery of student art. From this select.
Yes, exactly.
Here at Tysinger, Mrs. Traylor teaches self-contained third grade. She is a learning recovery teacher for our fifth grade students, and she is a mentor to our young ladies in our Glow Club. Mrs. Traylor's third grade class possesses all of the feeling that you would want a successful classroom to contain. Mrs. Traylor is a leader of teachers here on our campus and a trusted family member to our Tysinger teachers. Keturah Traylor, we are so proud of you as the Apple Corps recipient. Congratulations, your Tysinger family loves you.
I wouldn't choose any other profession. I think that our job is so impactful in just the way that we can be a lasting, lifelong part in these kids' lives. And that's really why I chose to be a teacher. I just wanted to make an impact, and I'm privileged to have been able to see some of the impact that I've made in kids' lives. And that just inspires me to keep going and keep pushing forward. There's just nothing like being there, being present when a kid realizes that they can do something or they can be anything. And that's why I think teaching is important.
Oh, you can touch it. I'm just kidding. And it reads, whereas the Mesquite Independent School District Board of Trustees seeks to honor outstanding classroom teachers who demonstrate leadership, innovation, and dedication to the students of Mesquite ISD. And whereas the Mesquite ISD Apple Corps consists of exceptional teachers nominated by their peers to receive the school district's highest recognition. Therefore, be it resolved that the board officially welcomes Keturah Traylor into the Mesquite ISD Apple Corps on this 9th day of January, 2023. Congratulations.
Okay. First, I would like to thank and give honor to God because it is through Him that I'm able to do this work. The Lord has kept me covered in ways that only can be attributed to Him. Thank you to my family. You are all my biggest cheerleaders and greatest support. I have family here and family watching live. Thank you to my mom, sitting over there. The prayer warrior who is always praying, always uplifting, and always willing to help. Over the last 15 years, she's been a bulletin board decorator, an extra set of hands at my class parties, a sponsor to any student who has a need. Many students have been blessed by her, and they don't even know it. Thank you to my husband. also over there. He's never complained about the added items in our grocery cart for my students. He has supported every goal, dream, or idea that I've had, no matter how big. He's helped me brainstorm new ways to teach lessons so that they're more engaging. He's made every adjustment to our plans or schedule if I need to work late or finish work at home, all while taking care of our boys. Thank you to our 2 sons, KJ and Caleb, for the joy that you bring us every day. There's nothing better than coming home to you. Shout out to the Tysinger crew. I have a few people in here who showed up to support me tonight. Thank you for nominating me for this award. I am truly humbled. I have the most amazing 3rd grade team. They are my people, and I feel so blessed to work with them every day. Finally, thank you to the board. I cannot put into words how grateful I am for this honor.
Ms. Traylor, before you sit, I'm sorry, have your family and your colleagues stand from.
My mom, my husband.
Thank you so much.
All right. Our second teacher to honor this evening is Shakeen Wagner from Berry Middle School, 7th and 8th grade math teacher. And here's a video to introduce him to you.
I am so excited for Ms. Shaquin Wagner as she is inducted into the prestigious Mesquite ISD Apple Corps. I am proud to say that she was one of my students many, many moons ago, and she was one of those students who you just knew had a bright future ahead of her. She is a school teacher. She is not just a classroom teacher. She pours into each and every student here at Berry Middle School. Her mission each and every day is to make sure that every single student grows in math. We are better for having Ms. Shaquin Wagner as a part of the Berry family.
I think teaching is important because these kids are our future. Most importantly, for math, we use it every single day. Pairing my passion to helping others and my love for teaching math allows me to have access to both worlds. And I try my very best to make it relevant to their lives. So not only can they use it, but they also apply it in everyday living.
I think you're my first. Yeah, okay. Proclamation. Whereas the Mesquite Independent School District Board of Trustees seeks to honor outstanding classroom teachers who demonstrate leadership, innovation, and dedication to the students of Mesquite ISD. And whereas the Mesquite Apple Corps consists of exceptional teachers, I'm so proud of you, nominated by their peers to receive the school district's highest recognition. Therefore, be it resolved that the board officially welcomes Shaquin Wagner to the MISD Apple Corps on the 9th day of January 2023. Congratulations.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank God for this prestigious award. I am overwhelmed with gratitude. The magnitude of this title does not go unnoticed, and I remain mindful of it as I continue molding the minds of our future. Understanding the weight of this award, I must take a moment to acknowledge those who have helped me make this possible. When I call y'all, please stand. To my family, thank you all for your unwavering support. They're at the drop of a dime to listen, to help me brainstorm, and to take quick flights on Southwest to help ease my mind. Secondly, my math family, please stand. Joy and excellence. I would like to thank my math family. Thank you all for trusting me to lead our team. I am eternally grateful for each of you and allow me to be your boss. Third, I'd like to thank my assistant principals, Mr. Peterson and Mr. Challenger. He's at a basketball game right now. I would like to thank my assistant principals as I am appreciative of each of you and your gratefulness, your love, your care, and your never-ending support as it does not go unnoticed. Lastly, she's not last. I want to thank my principal, Ms. Wiggins, for allowing and encouraging me to be most authentic self. I will never forget your support and care, even when I was in high school. You consistently encourage me to further my education, as it is a great part to you that I'm able to stand here to accept this award. So if I have not said it, thank you again for not only trusting me, but pushing me to reach my full potential. Thank you all. I do have some more supporters. Ms. Ward. Thank you. My support from my math team as well.
Don't forget about our mascot.
We also have a math mascot, Little Lopez. Thank you all. I am forever grateful, and I look forward to continuing to inform the future in math. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Traylor and Ms. Wagner, we thank you very much for the contributions that you make to this district. Was there anybody that was here from Ms. Wagner that didn't already stand? Oh, back there in the back. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure each month for us to honor our Apple Corps honorees, and thank you so much for all you do.
You know, one of the things that we do with our Apple Corps honorees, Dr. Fields and I go to lunch, and we get a lot of insight about what's happening in the district through our interactions with the Apple Corps honorees, and it's just a treat. One of my favorite times of the month is to go with them, go to lunch, just relax and just listen to what they have to say. They give us valuable input, valuable feedback, and we so appreciate the contributions that you make to this district. So on behalf of my administrative team, thank you very much for what you do.
Well, we also recognize one of our outstanding paraprofessionals each month, and this month's honoree is from Mackenzie Elementary School. Is Ms. Hawk here? Introduce us to your star para.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to get to introduce our own Caitlin Ruiz. When I think about Caitlin, she truly exemplifies having a heart for others. Anytime she has a spare moment in her schedule, she's quick to find ways to help other people. I'm also proud of her for the way that she invests in herself. Soon she's going to complete her teacher certification through our Para-to-Teacher program, and she's going to teach at Mackenzie. Isn't that right? Caitlin Ruiz.
And now it's time to recognize some of our outstanding athletes, and we're going to begin with one from John Horn High School. This is Ricky Coleman, Academic All-State, second team in football. And his coach is Courtney Allen. From North Mesquite High School, Moises Garcia, academic All-State, second team in football. Also from North Mesquite, Joel Inyang, academic All-State, second team in football. From North Mesquite High School, Daniel Nyarusa, academic All-State, second team in football. Peyton Richardson, North Mesquite High School, academic All-State, second team in football. And also from North Mesquite, we have Elena Lopez, academic All-State, second team, team manager. And this is Tim Cedar, North Mesquite's coach. Moving to West Mesquite High School, this is Matthew Amaya, academic All-State, second team in football, and his coach, Frank Sandoval. And moving on to middle school, we have our student council president from Berry Middle School. This is Elena Fernandez. And her sponsor this evening is Barbara Pilgreen. And also from Berry Middle School, we have Layla Taylor. She is the National Junior Honor Society president this year. And her sponsor is Ms. Shaquin. And we have one more set of students to recognize. This is the video that we started to watch earlier. Let me find my page, sorry. This is from our Fine Arts Department, and these students were selected for the Principals Award for Art.
The Principals Award is presented to the student whose artwork speaks to their campus's principal. Each year, the art teachers on every MISD campus curate a gallery of student work for this award. From this selection, their campus principal personally chooses their favorite piece. The honor of Principals Award winner is given to the artist whose work their school's principal has chosen. Mesquite ISD extends their congratulations to these talented artists.
And that concludes our recognitions this evening.
Thank you so much. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Carbone, a second by Mr. Rose to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? No. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next item is the audience portion. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address this board regarding an item that's on our agenda? Do we have anybody around? No. Okay. We'll move on to reports of the superintendent under personnel. Dr. Rivera, go ahead.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to come today. We have 3 recommendations to the board. The first one will be done by me, and then the other 2 will be done by the respective supervisors. But I want to have a recommendation for Assistant Superintendent of Personnel Services. So we have Dr. Andrea Hensley. Move your way to the lectern, please. I'll read her quick bio. Dr. Hensley earned her bachelor's degree in education with a business administration minor from Middle Tennessee State University. She has a master's degree in school counseling from DBU, where she later earned her doctorate degree in educational leadership. Dr. Hensley has been in public education for 31 years with campus experience at every level, elementary, middle, and high school. She started her career as a high school teacher and then became a high school counselor. She has served as principal of an elementary campus, later as principal of a middle school campus, both in Mansfield ISD. Additionally, she has served at the district level in Mansfield as a director of guidance and counseling, and in Cleburne ISD as assistant superintendent of curriculum and instruction. And most recently, Dr. Hensley has served as assistant superintendent of human resources in Cleburne ISD. So this is a recommendation for administration. Mr. President.
Okay. We have a motion by Mr. Seward and a second by Mr. Bingham to approve Dr. Hensley as our Director of Human Resources. Welcome. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Welcome.
I've spent one evening with you all, and I'm already in love. I just want y'all to know that. What an amazing district. You have an incredible reputation, and my time already in your presence and with these wonderful staff members and students, I'm already in love and very impressed. I want to thank you all for the opportunity, President Everett, members of the board, Dr. Rivera, Dr. Fields. Thankful for the opportunity. I look forward to serving you all, the community of Mesquite ISD, the staff and the students of the school district. I'm really excited to come on board. Again, thank you for the opportunity. If you'll allow me, I'd love to thank my new team members in personnel services who were kind enough to stay this evening and meet me and be here to support me. And so I want to thank them for that. I'm looking forward to joining that family. I'm also thankful for my former superintendent, Dr. Jim Vashaskas, who's here this evening to support me. He's been my professional mentor for many years, and so I'm thankful for him as well. So again, I plan to make you all proud. Thank you for the opportunity.
Dr. Vashaskas, take a bow, stand. I want to say a few words because Dr. V is the reason I am in the DFW area. He recruited me from East Texas, but he's also mentored, I know, Dr. Fields, myself, and others here in the audience. So, sir, thank you very much. Your leadership fingerprints are amongst all of us. As you can see, we're still doing the work. Thank you very much.
We have other...
Now we have the Director for Technical Services, and I believe is Supervisor will be making the recommendation. Jeremy?
Good evening. So tonight I want to introduce you to Ovidio Tamez. Ovidio has completed 12 years of service in the field of education and at Texas Khan Academy. During this time, he has served in various capacities: webmaster, desktop analyst, help desk technician, and as director of information technology. Mr. Tamez has a Bachelor's of Arts degree from the University of North Texas, Dallas, and with a double concentration in information technology. Finally, Ovidio has earned certifications in IT management, leadership, and Google project management. So
that's our recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Carbo and a second by Ms. Whitlock to approve the Director of Technical Services, Mr. Ovidio Tamez. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Mr. Temez, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by thanking the school board and Dr. Rivera for the opportunity to be a part of the technical service team for Mesquite ISD. To piggyback, this is a great district just based on what I've seen today in this board members meeting. I would also like to thank my wife, who's in attendance tonight, for her continued support throughout my career. Throughout my years of working in tech services for other education institutions, I have gained some great knowledge that I look forward to bringing to Mesquite ISD. I'm also looking forward to the new opportunity to continue to learn and collaborate. With the support of the tech services team, Mr. Jeremiah Lewis, and Ms. Kara Jackson, I hope to continue improving the support that our staff members and students receive. I'm excited about exploring ways that we can help implement new technologies and that will make student learning even more effective in the future and keep Mesquite ISD on the cutting edge. Thank you all.
And our last recommendation for this evening is for an assistant principal of Fraser Middle School, Ms. Jobe.
She's completing her 7th year of service in public education, all of which has been in Mesquite ISD. She started her career at Wilkinson Middle School as an 8th grade math teacher in 2016. She then transitioned to Fraser Middle School and served in the following capacities: 8th grade mathematics teacher, Algebra 1 teacher, department head, yearbook sponsor, and student success teacher. Ms. Calico earned her bachelor's degree from Texas Tech University and her master's in educational leadership at Lubbock Christian University. Welcome.
We better take a motion and a vote on this before Brianna approaches. We have a motion by Mr. Bingham and a second by Ms. Whitlock to approve the appointment of the assistant principal of Lanny Fraser Middle School, Ms. Brianna Calico. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. I most especially want to thank my Fraser family. As you can hear, they're very vocal, but their support means the world to me. I would like to thank my mother, who has supported me through all of this. She is an educator herself. She recently retired after 31 years, so I've got it in me. I want to reassure the board that I am committed to Lanny Fraser. I am invested in Lady Fraser. I'm invested in our community, and I'm so excited to have this opportunity. Thank you.
We moved up on personnel, the second item, but we need to consider a motion on the first item for a contract renewal of the superintendent of schools. What?
Motion to approve it. As discussed.
Second. We have a motion by Ms. Collier and a second by Mr. Seward to approve the renewal of the contract of Dr. Angel Rivera, superintendent of schools, as discussed. Is there any additional discussion? We did that in executive session, which according to law is okay. But I want to publicly say how pleased we are that Dr. Rivera has been with Mesquite ISD in this official capacity of superintendent for the past 10 months. And we anticipate continued successes as he continues in his role as superintendent of schools, and we hope that he retires here 25 years from now. But all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. You want to say anything? You want to say?
Thank you, board, for your vote of confidence. I can tell you And it's not because it's just Board Appreciation Month or because you just renewed my contract. But I've said this many times, it's been a difficult 10th month, but such a rewarding 10th month. And it's because of one reason, because we are truly a team of 8. I can count on your support. I can count on you providing the resources that make us provide for the school district what it needs to educate your children. I don't know if you've been paying attention in the news, but a lot of districts don't have this, don't have the board that is completely aligned with the community and looking out for the best interests of our children. So it's easy, well, it's a little easier to be a superintendent, right? Because of the support that you provide me, to the cabinet, and to the kids. So thank you. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you for everything that you do.
If the board has no objection, we'll take about a 8-minute break. The time is 7:23 p.m. and we will reconvene from our brief break. Next item on the agenda is under effectiveness report, and we will hear report on teaching and learning from Ms. Tara Nichols. No, Dr. Hammond. Oh, Dr. Hammond, I'm sorry. Okay.
So, good evening, Dr. Rivera Board. I don't know whether you realize this or not, but I've now been in this position for a year and a half and have yet to stand before you and report on my department. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've given you snippets of things along the way, but this is the first full-on report. So as you know, when I took this position, we had been known as the Curriculum and Instruction Department, but the name changed to Teaching and Learning, Dr. Rivera's choice. So that called for a rebranding. So we spent some time, about 25 members of us of the leadership team, and it's not moving. Switch. Battery. Nope. Okay, there we go. So we did some rebranding. Laura Jobe has actually introduced to the district a branding deck. And so we used that deck to have some serious conversations and discussion and narrow it down to these 5 words: dynamic, dependable, optimistic, crafted, and trusted. These are the 5 words that we want to define the work that we do for the district. So we spent some time with those 5 words, and it took several months kind of refining what we want those to mean and what we want it to mean as we lead the district under these 5 words. We wanted a short explanation of what it means to operate daily, and so this is the words that we came up with in our short definitions. We want these words to define the culture of teaching and learning, and therefore we set aside time every time we're together as a department during professional learning to include work around these. We call it our culture talks. You might hear us chanting deduct. Sometimes that is how those are all 5 letters taken out. And sometimes that is how we get each other back on track when someone has fallen short of living up to one of those words. It's kind of a kind reminder to get back on board. We then spent quite a bit of time setting commitments. What are our specific commitments to the district? And we aligned these through the LTO framework, our Leading Through Ownership framework. And so those are: we commit to making ethical decisions that put each student's success first, building capacity through coaching and continuous learning, clearly communicate and consistently collaborate with others involved when making decisions, and providing quality-aligned resources and professional learning to support our teachers. That's what we say we do every day when we show up. Typically for this report, I would stand before you and talk about any of these areas that also fall in teaching and learning, but they will all stand before you at some point in time this year with an effectiveness report, so I'm skipping them. They can come back and tell you all the great things they're doing. I'm instead going to focus on our core content coordinators, the people that lead the heart of what teaching and learning is truly about on our campuses. They are Andrea Bailey as your elementary RLA coordinator, Anida Sestero as your bilingual ESL coordinator, Kyle Fritchie as your secondary RLA and LOTE coordinator, Daniel Norwood as your social studies coordinator, Matt Kane is our science coordinator, and Ryan Castle as math coordinator. The biggest gifts Mesquite ISD has given me, from student to be taught by or adult to work with, is passionate, talented people. Talented, passionate people. The 6 you see on the screen are at the top of that list for me. So let's dive in. This is a fall snapshot, just plain numbers for you, big picture view of the work that these people and their teams have completed on our campuses this past fall. However, as all of you are well aware through accreditation, that numbers alone are not enough, and we need to see evidence of impact. Evidence of impact, for us, it means 2 things: a change in teacher behavior and an improvement in student performance. And as you know, one usually impacts the other. So we're going to take a look at some of the evidence of impact from these things you see on this chart. The first one is professional learning. We have pivoted this year. We do a lot of professional learning. And we've pivoted this year to ensure all of our stakeholders, principals, teachers, instructional coaches, have all the support they need around, you guessed it, STAR redesign, STAR redesign, STAR redesign. As Donna Makeda stood before you last month and told you, this is new. Every bit of it's new for our teachers. And it impacts both curriculum and assessment. So we're sharing the latest up-to-date information with teachers and leaders as soon as we have it, as well as including supports for instruction in the daily curriculum. Every time Teaching and Learning presents to a group of people, we do a professional learning survey. What you see before you are 2 of the responses on that survey. As you can see, most participants agree that our content and materials are relevant and that new knowledge and skills are acquired that impact student performance. But our favorite question on all of our surveys is, what else do you want us to know? Good or bad? What do you want us to know? So the feedback on this slide states excitement over the ability to feel success implementing curriculum because of the training they just attended, the fact that it now made it easier to go back and apply something new, that the training provided relevant learning to take back to their classroom, and that the timing for the training was just what they needed. That's what we plan for with each professional learning session. The next thing we're going to touch on is learning walks. Learning walks have been occurring in this district for years, but Teaching and Learning, the department, did not join that work until just a few years ago. The purpose for learning walks from our end is to ensure instruction is aligned to the depth of the TEKS, to monitor the curriculum in action and make adjustments for what is observed, create relationships of support with teachers and leaders, and observe professional learning around instructional resources in action. In the future, we're working on a more specific way to denote evidence of impact of this practice with a collection of invested stakeholders. But the goal is to get enough walks at each grade level and in each content to see trends across the curriculum. We want to know what is working and what is not. Instructional coaches. Last year, in a partnership with the Executive Directors for Leadership Development, we took on the intentional coaching of our instructional coaches. We meet once a month to focus on growing our coaches not only in the areas of instructional support, but also as coaches to focus on teacher behavior that leads to improved student performance. Each month, coaches are given new knowledge around coaching skills and then given time to put that into practice and make plans for what it will look like when they go back to campus, following our Mesquite ISD professional learning framework. We've worked specifically on aligning the coaching model that our executive directors use with principals to the coaching used across the district so that there is alignment in the language that we use and the coaching actions that we take. Again, we ask for survey feedback at the end of each session. On this one, you see that 98% of participants agreed or strongly agreed that Teaching and Learning professional learning pieces were well organized and engaging. On this one, that 99% of participants agree or strongly agree that the Teaching and Learning content area discussions are positively impacting the level of support they give their campus. One of the other things that's new this year was Prep Talks. Prep Talks were created as an intensive support to teachers and the planning process on campuses that we call PLCs. Prep Talks were created for every STAR content area at all tested grade levels and were posted weekly for 9 weeks. While the frequency of these videos posted has waned, as teachers became more familiar with the planning process and the district's resources, the feedback was positive enough that some forms of prep talks are being continued as another way to support teachers through curriculum changes and in STAR redesign supports. Again, Prep Talk survey. During the 9-week Prep Talk sessions, survey data showed that 62% of the teachers viewing the videos agreed or strongly agreed that they helped them understand lesson planning, and that 65% of the teachers viewing Prep Talk stated they had helped them better understand our district instructional resources. But again, our favorite question is the open-ended one. And this I like because we were able to see specifically which position of person was watching the video and what their thoughts were. Here we have a campus principal saying that the videos helped improve instruction 10 times on their campus. We have a campus teacher saying that it helped me be better at explaining content to my students. A campus AP said it helped me when I was doing walkthroughs. You know, we expect our leaders to walk all grade level, all content, but they may not have taught those and be familiar with them, so it helped that. And that a PLC coach said it helps the teachers to learn when they can. The prep talks, we posted them on a Friday afternoon, and they would have all the next week to watch them. And then one of our LRSs, which is our retired teachers that have come back to support our campuses, said it gave her a foundation of the content that's being covered and reviewed the way it would be tested, because that's something that person hadn't been a part of in a while. Field trips. The last thing for tonight is field trips. Through our social studies department, our 3rd grade students visit the Lawrence and Florence houses in Mesquite, and our 6th grade students visit the Holocaust Museum in Dallas. What you see on the screen here are photos from the 4th grade trip to the Capitol in Austin. Field trips afford us the opportunity to make learning relevant and to give our students opportunities to see some of the places they've learned about firsthand and in person. I think you can see from the smiles on the faces that we have some positive evidence of impact here, but I do have statements from three teachers that went on the trip, but I will tell you, every time teachers come back and we survey them about these trips, these 3 sentiments come up over and over and over again. I got to take my kids to see something they would probably never get to see. I stand here and tell you I did not see the Capitol till I was principal and went to Rally Day. And I grew up in this district. So we're giving our kids a wonderful opportunity. It's also a great bonding time for teachers and students. They don't get a lot of time where there's not high pressure in the classroom. And then just a chance for kids to be able to do something and make connections to what they've learned at school. So, in teaching and learning, we will continue to strive to be the department that serves in a dynamic, dependable, optimistic, crafted, and trusted manner, and we will stay focused on our commitments to the district, because our 2,789 teachers deserve that, and because our 38,541 students need it. So, any questions? Good.
Good job, Jennifer.
We'll see you in another year and a half. We'll see you in another year and a half.
Yes.
So board, I wanted to say a few words about when Dr. Hammett took the reins of the department. She came from a different department, but I couldn't be prouder of the work that she's doing, leading the department, making the necessary changes that need to occur for us to move forward. An example of that was what you saw tonight, as she's aligning everything for STAR redesign, as we're getting ready to tackle, because we take every challenge and we tackle it and make it a success. But the leadership that she's providing her department is superb, and we're excited to have her as a team member. We look forward to your contributions moving forward, Dr. Hammett.
Okay, next item on the agenda is under administration. We get to hear a report on the Leadership Empowerment Team and Dr. LaDonna Gully. Welcome, Dr. Gully.
Good evening. How are you? So I'm going to start by just saying thank you so much for allowing me to have the opportunity to come and present to you the incredible work that we've been doing in leadership and empowerment this year. And so I'm going to start out with 2 years ago, because 2 years ago I stood before you. Don't you like that picture? I stood before you 2 years ago with a possible plan in terms of what leadership and empowerment team would look like moving forward within our district. And what we understood was that there were really 3 focuses that we needed to take care of. First and foremost, of course, our people, and really look at how we professionally develop them. And then the second was, of course, our students, and look at particularly student leadership. And then finally, our community. And so I'll talk to you about those things today. When we went through strategic planning, we really developed 3 overall and overarching goals. Of course, to foster a level of awareness in order to create those positive outcomes with all groups within our community, to also develop a culture in our district that promotes safe and honest conversations, and then finally, to use opportunities to utilize the resources that we already have here within our district well with all of our people in our organization. As a result of that strategic plan as well, the other part of that was really how we would write our mission. And as you see here, our mission is to remove any cultural, gender, race, or ability-related obstacles in order to create opportunities for students, for staff, for parents, and our community members. We also, with you, I know you see that and that's very familiar, because with the work that I did with you a couple of years ago, we also established our overall and overarching goal as a board, that we are committed to creating a culture of dignity that leads to belonging within our district. So with that, what you see before you are all of our LET captains, and we have 52 within our district, including Cross Elementary that hasn't even opened yet. These captains have been absolutely wonderful, and together with their LET teams, which totals 155 people, they were really they were acted to create a plan of action in order to implement a culture plan on every single campus with that vision, that mission, and the Mesquite Promise in mind. As a result, they really worked hard, and these are just some pictures that you see in terms of what that day looked like in September. They had the opportunity to just listen and really gain some knowledge about the history of LET, because it is really short, but it also is so important. The other part that they had was the opportunity to collaborate and really share just stories about, you know, how are we doing and how does my story at my campus relate to your story? And then the other part of that was to really sit down and develop a plan and really look at, you know, patterns of behavior within their own school. What did they see in terms of what were their shared values, and how are they going to turn around and use those to really develop a plan of action that would really honor everyone in the room. And as you see here, it's just amazing to see how they use our vision and mission of excellence always, and really kind of push that and push the ante with their colleagues to really create a plan that will work for them. They also really learned that their culture is their brand, which is really, really critical, that your brand is your culture and your culture is your brand. And so it's really important that you are bringing that to the forefront each and every day. And then finally, you know me, I get together and hey, I say 155 people, yeah, take the steps outside, please. We need a picture. And so really crowded them up in there really nicely, but really, really wonderful and just such a great day of learning. All right. The other part of that with the organization is our Let's Talk podcast. And it is both visual as well as audio. And I want to just announce to you today that as of today, we have over 19,000 either listens or views from people outside of our community and beyond. So pretty wonderful for that. We also have it in Spanish, and we started that last fall. We have about a total of 89 podcasts altogether. And so to have 89 podcasts and over 19 listens or views, that's pretty good, I think. All right. The next thing that we have is our Emerging Leaders Program. And as you heard that young lady earlier tonight, I mean, the program speaks for itself. It really creates such a high level of not only empathetic learners, right? But also these leaders are going to be able to be really effective and resourceful. Actually, we have a couple of emerging leaders here tonight, Angel and Ricky, if they would stand up. They're from Vanguard, and of course, their sponsor, Lindsay Hunt. They are here just as a testament to show you. I would tell you, yeah, we're really getting them ready to take your job, Dr. Rivera, just FYI. We are getting them ready. And I will tell you, it has been absolutely wonderful. So I am just proud of the work that we do with all of our students. Currently, we have over 500 emerging leaders across our district. We have more than, I think, 120 that will be eligible if they go next year for their cord and recognition at graduation. So look forward to that in 2024, right? Of course, this is a 3-year program, but it can last over 4 years depending on how a student wants to work it. And we definitely look at a number of things in order to just cultivate their overall learning. And then this is really some cute pictures because we did a photo shoot a couple of weeks ago right before the break. And I cannot tell you how happy they were to just be able to represent everyone within our district, right? And then finally, we have our Mesquite Promise, which really speaks to community, right? Of course, our goal is to make sure that we are really looking at these 4 principles and 16 habits. They are so important, but yet so simple, right? In terms of what we can do. It is a declaration and assurance that one thing or a particular thing will happen, or that we're going to make sure that it happens. Right? That's also our billboard there, and we do have a video, if we can click on it. I don't know if I can. Okay, the top one, right there, yeah.
The Mesquite Promise.
It is who
We
are.
It is a declaration of 4 principles
We believe with our whole hearts.
Each of us is born with the capacity for excellence.
Everyone should feel welcome and safe in our schools and our community.
Every human being has value and their dignity must be honored.
And every day, there are new opportunities to make a difference.
The Promise is not a class or a curriculum. It's not a performance or a program.
It is a set of beliefs, a way of life.
The Promise lives in our people, in our teachers, and family members.
In our caregivers and first responders.
The Promise lives in our coaches and pastors, our leaders and employers. The Promise is all of us.
It's 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 all of us.
Giving our word to our young people and to every human being we share life with.
Okay, thank you. It really is all of us as we continue this work. But what I also want to let you know is this work did not just begin with LET. We actually, I think, just as a district, we already had a couple of things going on, our Made to Excel and You Belong. And as we have shared with you before, the Mesquite Promise is simply a culmination of all the great things and programming that we have here within our school district. Our spring and fall timeline kind of looks like this. We're going to continue to develop and build the capacity of our LET team captains as well as the teammates. And then I am actually going around to do just campus visits, and those will be to really just talk about their culture and talk about their plan and what they wrote, how they're doing, and what we can work on next year, right? To date, we've done over 200 presentations. We have 500 emerging leaders. We've met with and talked with over 45 out of the 51 campuses, over 80 podcasts, 10 in Spanish, 80 in English. Over 250 volunteers do something with LET throughout the school year. We also have worked closely with the city of Mesquite, You are approving, hopefully, our Navigating Excellence course, innovative course that will go out on tomorrow to TEA. And we just continue to do the work to really make a difference in our community each and every day. With that, are there any questions?
Last year, it just gets better and better and better. That was a wonderful speech from that young lady from Mesquite High School. I mean, she just made the program stand out. So congratulations.
Thank you
for all the work you do.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gully, for your enthusiasm regarding everything, regarding this program. Board, I feel compelled to move back to action item number 2. When we took action on the appointment of Dr. Hensley, I think I said Director of Human Resources as opposed to the Assistant Superintendent for Personnel. Mr. Attorney, do we need to take action on that again? Okay. Mr. Seward, you made the motion and Mr. Bingham did. Would you go back and...
We move to approve the contract for Dr. Hensley as the new Assistant Superintendent.
We have a new motion by Mr. Seward and a second by Mr. Bingham to approve the appointment of Dr. Andrea Hensley as the Assistant Superintendent for Personnel Services. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking during that time, but I was completely taken by surprise, which... You don't know either. Yeah.
That's why I hired you when I was you were coming up.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is under business. It's an action item to approve the minimum hourly rate of $15 for auxiliary and paraprofessionals. Dr. Fields.
Has not changed. I am not taking Mr. Prado's place, just so you know. Good evening, President Everett, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Rivera. As you know, the passage of the VADER in November provided us the resources to adjust compensation for our paraprofessional and our auxiliary staff. While our targeted timeline was the 2023-24 school year, we are excited to come before you this evening to have a little bit speedier timeline to that item. We are recommending to raise the minimum hourly rate of pay for paraprofessionals and auxiliary employees to $15 an hour. The percentage increase for individuals will vary based on their current hourly rate now, keeping in mind the goal of maintaining the integrity of the pay scale structures, but it will result in a minimum 2% increase for all hourly employees. The pay grade categories include instructional support, administrative technical support, auxiliary, information technology, medical clinic, and food and child nutrition services. We are also proposing a $10 increase to the daily teacher substitute rate of pay and a $5 increase to the daily rate of pay for support substitutes. The total yearly budget impact to the general operating fund is approximately $3,977,527. Although the raise will be effective January 2023, this month, employees impacted will receive the raise in the February paycheck. The cost for the 22-23 fiscal year is approximately $1,988,764. The Food and Child Nutrition Services Fund will also have a yearly cost of approximately $550,254. For the 22-23 fiscal year, the budget impact will be approximately $275,127. Any questions?
Any items for discussion? Entertain a motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Carbo and a second by Ms. Collier to approve the minimum hourly rate increase to $15 for paraprofessional and auxiliary employees and an increase of substitute daily rate of pay. Is there any discussion?
I just want to publicly say again, thanks to the voters for passing the VADER. And thanks to the administration for being more aggressive than we thought we could be in bringing this raise to our employees. I'm sure it'll be very appreciated and very needed, and just the fact that we can do it sooner than what we promised we would do is very meaningful to me, and I'm sure it will be to them. So thank you to the administration for getting this done.
This acknowledges the value that we have in every employee of the school district.
I want to go on record because we committed in the Vader campaign to do this next year. And then I want to recognize personnel in the business office because I recognize that I've pushed them a little bit hard on getting this done, but I so appreciate the work that they put into this. They've been working hard on getting this done manually, calculating different salaries, because if you listen to what Dr. Fields was saying, the minimum is 15. But if you were making more than 15, you're also going to receive an increase, and they have to calculate that based on where everybody was, which is very difficult. So I want to go on record thanking Personnel Services, thanking the business office for what they've done, because I know there's a lot of hours that they're putting in to make this happen. But I still stand that this recommendation is recognizing the impact that our non-professional staff have in our organization, and is one of probably the proudest motions that I brought to you as superintendent so far.
Thank you.
All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Fields. The next item on the agenda is an action item to approve the budget amendment. Mr. Prado.
Good evening, President Everett, Board of Trustees, Dr. Rivera. In front of you, you will have an item for your consideration of approval, and that is the budget amendment. In the budget amendment, you will see that it's a new format. Hopefully, it is very consumable for you to absorb. There are three major items that are presented in the budget amendment. One is recognizing the additional revenue as a result of the Vader. We're proposing that increase of approximately $9 million to revenue. Associated with that, there's additional expenses, one of which you just approved related to the pay increase. So that was approximately $2 million that's included in this budget amendment on the expense side. Additionally, we are actually increasing the security budget by about $7 million. That was another commitment that this board, this administration offered the community as we move forward if the Vader would pass. And so we're moving forward with that as well. And that is approximately $7 million going into the expense side with many of the items that you perhaps have already seen from Mr. Taylor Morris's office. On the balance neutral transfers, we're just creating some capacity within functions so that it is all in front of you for your consideration tonight. I will entertain any questions that you might have.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Seward and a second by Mr. Bingham to approve budget amendment number 5 as presented by Mr. Gilbert Prado. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Prado. Board, does anybody have anything they need to say?
Good meeting.
With no other items on the agenda, this meeting is adjourned.
See y'all in Austin.